Ready for drinking? Drawing? What about laughing? Well, hold on to your donkeys. It's season 3 of the ComX Friday Night Drink and Draw. With your hosts Sizzle and Spedsy, plus Quick Nick, our esteemed regulars, and Australia's best-looking creators. Many of whom have books for sale at comx.shop. Now, let's get stanky.
Welcome to ComX's Friday Night Drink and Draw. It is episode 91. We are on the way to 100.
What?
And tonight's theme is vampires. And we have ourselves a special guest who's going to help us talk about vampires, Sarab.
Hey everybody, good to be here.
Quick, I have something to admit to. I want to suck.
I can't hear anyone. It's just so weird.
All good. Yeah. Yes, vampires. We are here to talk about it. Now, first up is, before we get cracking, for those people who have never heard what is a vampire, tell us.
They're like people who are like dead and want to drink blood.
Right.
To stay alive, I guess. And they're immortal and they can't be seen in mirrors and they can't go out in daylight and they don't like garlic and steaks in the heart. But I mean, who does? I don't think anyone really likes that. And that's about all I got.
No, that was pretty good. Now, first, let's of course introduce the man they call Quick Nick. Hello, sir.
Hi, I'm not a vampire.
Yet, has anyone seen him in the daytime? Just saying. Alex, now
yes.
we got you on the show. Well, you're always on the show, but second to that, the word vampire comes from the Hungarian vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got our resident Hungarian in the house to I don't know.
It used to be Hungary back before World War One. It's part of Transylvania, which in Hungarian is called Erdély, and they still speak Hungarian there, but governed by the Iron Fist of Romania. So I don't know. So I don't know who's claiming now the vampires, but it's based on a real thing. It's like some dude, I don't know, just finding women, drinking their blood.
As you do.
As you do. But I think he ate garlic. I think he was like a normal dude who ate garlic, and I mean, I don't know if he ate garlic or not, but I assume he would survive garlic.
Okay.
Because he was, but yeah. Just like Jack the Ripper eats garlic. Yeah.
A man who could survive garlic quite easily, the Iron Fist of Warrenwood. It's Nick May. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so very much. What is Strigoi or something? Is that another name for vampire, or is that just a name that I just made up then? Is that a brand of violin?
That's a Parker, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mix it with garlic, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Yay.
Sorry, now I'm going to shuffle.
Oh, Spedsy.
What did I press? There we go.
Hey.
Very good.
Yeah. Sorry if I do my this is normally I do pre-show shuffle. So
we're not
I'm gonna have everyone where I know them. So that means we skip Jenny. Jenny McIntosh, welcome back to the show. So cool to have you.
Hi. I hope everyone can hear me.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can
Excellent.
see, and that's like the two main prerequisites.
That's all we need. I was having some technical difficulties, but we're back. But I've been good. I hope everyone's been well since the last time I was here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, Lee right now is heavily guarded by two hellhounds in his granny flat, one being Lloyd. And what's the other guy, Dave? Is it Roy?
Roy, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Roy's his invisible cousin or whatever.
Welcome back, Lee.
Thank you, mate. It's good to be here on the first one for a while. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Fresh off an amazing chinwag this past week with the man they call Dave Dye. Welcome, sir.
G'day all. How are
So
we?
can you guys reenact some of the best bits from last Tuesday so people who missed out on it can go like, wow, what have I been missing out on?
Well, you can always go back and watch the video, Alex, in case you missed it. It's up there on the ComX.
It's not about me.
network,
Lee. It's about the first time view. It's not about me. It's about the first time viewer.
Oh, yeah. Well, off you go. You'll find it out there in the interweb somewhere.
Yes, of course, we're talking about the Tuesday night chinwag that is every Tuesday here on comx.net.au YouTube channel. But this week's guest on this show, Drink and Draw, is Sarab, he of the Bazza the Barbarian. Welcome, sir. Welcome back.
Thanks, everybody.
Now, before we talk about all things Bazza, we have to talk about all things vampires. Now, Sizzle gave us a quick little summary of what a vampire is, very succinct, very something or other. But the first question I want to pose a hypothetical, and I don't want to give him a chance to hear other people come up with it first. So, Nick May, the world is exactly as you know it right now. Nothing's different, except after the show tonight, you are bitten by a vampire, and in the morning, you have realized you have an aversion to sunlight, aversion to garlic. Tell us the next step. You wake up and...
Oh, man, I've got some terrible news for everyone. My life doesn't change. So I stay in bed all day. And then
eat garlic?
Yeah, and I don't eat a lot of garlic. I try, like I do every day, I try to avoid being decapitated or staked through the heart. And then the difficulty for me as a vampire would be that I don't like going out. So I'd have to probably get menu log or something. Just send a driver. They don't have to have any food. And then when they come up, and then back to bed. So yeah, my life's not changing a lot. In fact, it might actually be preferable if I am bitten by a vampire. So front door's unlocked. Come on in.
Nick, I've got an important question. If you had a choice between a vampire and a Yeti, which one would you prefer to be bitten by?
Would I have a camera? Because I'd like to get
You'd have a Super 8 camera.
Yeti, but
You'd have a Super 8 camera, so it's like, blurry, so it's more realistic.
Well, I wouldn't be able to get footage of a vampire, so that would sort of be obsolete. I wouldn't mind being bitten by a Yeti.
All right, cool.
I guess.
Now, Nick, do you keep it secret from your family that you're a vampire?
They wouldn't notice. No. Yeah, I'd keep it secret for a little. Oh no, I'd probably go out and say, "Hey, guess what, everyone? I'm a vampire," and the kids would be like, "Yeah, whatever, Dad," and my dear wife would be like, "Okay, whatever you want. Yes, this week you identify as a vampire." Well done. Yeah.
Important question. Are you going to read comics when you've been bitten vampire? Or are you just going to give up and move into games? Sorry?
Do vampires read comics?
I don't know. But...
I just thought that there was like 8% garlic in ink, so I wasn't sure whether vampires could read them.
Yeah, Nick, Aussie vampires are different. That those garlic and holy water, they don't apply to vampires down under.
Well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what is it then? Is it like Marmite?
Oh,
did you cut it?
Alex. What? Nobody can eat Marmite. That's ridiculous.
Vegemite, on the other hand, that's great.
Vegemite's another story that we might get to later.
Nick Quick Cleary. Now some hard-hitting journalism. Because I've got to shake off the ring rust. I haven't had we didn't have a creator spotlight last week, so I've got to prepare. Does a vampire poo?
Good question, Robert. Does a vampire poo? The vampire actually sucks all the blood out of its victims, and doesn't quite produce a poo, but it produces sort of like a hard cable. It's dark red, and it protrudes every 4 years. It's not really documented. It's not in the movies, the comics, or the books, but it's
I'd say you want to keep that sort of thing to yourself.
It's about the length of my forearm, and it makes for actually a great crayon. There you go.
That was hideous. Thanks.
Hey, I'm here to help. Anybody can help, guys.
Very insightful.
Jenny, can you give us your favorite vampire in pop culture, or real vampire?
That's a big question. The first one that came to mind was Celine from Underworld.
Is that Kate Beckinsale?
Beckinsale.
Yeah, remember the Underworld series?
choice,
It was
yeah.
like classic 2000s goth era. It was the time.
Interesting. That was made in Hungary. That movie.
Was it?
Was it?
Yeah. It was shot in
You making
Budapest.
up stuff again?
No. Oh well, maybe I almost said an F word because
Was Jamie
once I
Foxx in
find
it?
out that Jamie Foxx didn't do a black remake of Fawlty Towers.
What?
So yeah, that's what happens in the pre-show. Let me check. I'm gonna Google
What
check
are you
this
talking
one.
about?
That's a soundbite for every time Alex talks.
Yeah.
So, Underworld, that's where. So, Kate Beckinsale, I didn't know she was a vampire. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. So, Underworld, so Kate Beckinsale's a vampire and she hunts lichens?
Yes, I believe that's the story. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember she was a vampire hunter, and there's a war between the lichens and the vampires, and there's drama, and there's. She looks great. That's what matters.
There's not much to remember other than.
Anyways, Rob, I just double checked on IMDb. It was shot in Budapest, Hungary. So this time my memory was correct.
Okay. Wow. Hungarians go deep with vampires. What's your favorite vampire, Alex?
Oh, Count Dracula. Not Dracula. Count Dracula from Sesame Street. He's dope.
The Count.
Count.
That's us trying to time when Alex is doing the shameless self-promotion at the end. It's like 3, and it's just you can laugh all night long. Alex, how does your life change if you wake up tomorrow as a vampire?
Me, I'm just gonna switch from garlic bread to strawberry bread, I guess.
And hundreds and thousands.
No, just strawberries and Vegemite.
Now, who do you look at first, your lady friend or your cats, as potential meals?
Well, I think as a Dracula, I'm supposed to get blood out of the ladies, right? So just.
Oh, is that officially they exclusively drink lady blood?
I don't know. That's what I think the real Dracula did. I don't know.
The real one.
Yeah, the one in where it's Hungarian speaking part of Romania.
So wait, blow my mind for a sec. Was there a real Dracula?
Yeah.
There was like I think so. I mean, I don't know. Like my memory's crap, but as far as I know, I think so. But
okay, hang on.
Anybody watching this in the comments, just leave a message to see if anybody can confirm my claims.
I think he was based on somebody called Vlad the Impaler. Some historical figure.
There you go. See?
Vlad
It was made into a movie with what's the guy that plays the Phantom?
Billy
Zane.
Billy Zane, yeah.
So Rab, hang on. There was a real guy?
Yeah, as Don said, Vlad the Impaler back in, I think, 1500s or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What's Vlad's deal? What? So he was running around drinking lady blood.
No, he was,
No,
he
I
was
don't think it's
invading countries. Yeah.
I don't know the full history of it, but it was they were invaded or something, and there was a lot of slaughter, and he put a lot of people on poles, impaled them on poles from the bottom up, something like that. Anyway, that's I'd have to look it up historically correctly, but something like
You
that.
were
I think
around
that's
these days.
inspiration from what I've read.
He plundered Saxon villages.
Alex should know more of this because it's from his part of the world.
Yeah, well, I don't know why the Romanians keep claiming him, because I'm just looking at it on the Googles, and he's from Vlad the Impaler is from 1448, and he's a national hero of Romania.
Oh, there you go.
But his spouse was Justina Szilágyi. That's a very Hungarian name, and yeah, I don't know. They're not talking about. I'm trying to figure out where is the bit where he's drinking women's blood. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know whether he was drinking blood, but I'm just saying, as a historical figure, he was one of the basis for the character.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, because
Prince of Wallachia. There you go, from Romania.
Yeah. So
Okay,
maybe it's like from proper Romania. I don't know where I got the Hungarian stuff. I don't know. I hear so many stories.
All right. While you Google, we'll talk to Nick May about Nick's favorite. All right, this is who we've got so far. Oh, quick! I like this. Can we keep going with this?
Yeah. What's next?
Vlad the Impaler, and then Count Duckula. We'll just rewind for a sec. Sis, did you have a favorite vampire? Let's get this page absolutely packed.
Yeah, well, there's the Count from Sesame Street there, but my favorite was actually Count Duckula.
Yeah.
Oh, the Duckula. All right, I'm on it. As you were.
Okay. What about you, Nick May? You got a favorite vampire?
Going to, like I probably do, but hopefully Count Orlok from Nosferatu.
That's like one of the OGs, right?
That was a good one.
So I think, and somebody can correct me here, I have a feeling that when that director in the 1920s, was it F.W. Murnau or something, wanted to make Dracula, but couldn't get the rights or something, I don't know, couldn't get the rights. And so instead of Count Dracula, he was Count Orlok. So just the bald guy and lots of, yeah.
1922.
Yeah, I was 14 when that came out. It was in 3D.
Yeah, well, that's so. Would you be annoyed, Nick? Just like, so you're turned into a vampire tomorrow. Do you keep like the back pain and whatever that comes with being on the other side of 40? Would you be just like, why didn't they bite me when I was 23?
Exactly.
Yeah, obviously, isn't that what we learned from Interview with a Vampire or whatever, where Kirsten Dunst was forever cursed to be 10 or something? So, yeah, I think everything that ails me now would just be with me forever. Maybe I'd beg to be decapitated or something. I'm not sure.
So you're saying that, like, if somebody bites you, like in your early 80s, like a vampire bites you early, then you're stuck as an 80-year-old with arthritis for the rest of your life. That's crap.
So I imagine you have enhanced strength, and probably you would still heal quicker. But as you get older, your healing slows, and then so maybe you're a vampire, so you just heal like a normal human in the end. I don't know. Mr. Chalker, do you know what a hellhound is?
Not precisely, but I would assume it is a hound from a hellish region.
Also, a vampire has a hellhound to protect him while he sleeps. So while you're hanging upside down like a bat, Lloyd's just like chilling out looking for Buffy and whoever else might want to.
So it wasn't Igor.
I thought hellhound was just. I thought hellhound was just like a 50s slang for a handsome jock fella who has many girlfriends.
Yeah, well, I mean, both of those work for Lee, so that's, yeah.
Well, it just sounds like another night in my house, mate. Like me hanging upside down and Lloyd just, diligently, like running protection, mate. So it's sounds
Good
good.
old Lloyd.
He's a
So
good
Lee,
guy.
it's a regular day at work. Someone brings in, Lee works in a pawn shop, PAWN.
That's not what I heard.
Someone
Mate,
brings
you didn't have to spell it and just leave the whole, like, everyone listening, like, whoa, like
Shouldn't have rolled the R.
the things I know, mate.
someone brings in an old-looking container of some sort. Curious, you open it, you accidentally inhale the dust. It was Nosferatu's ashes. You've now turned into a vampire. How does your life change? What does your next day look like?
Well, I don't think the next day is going to look particularly good, mate, but the next night might look a little better. Look, I don't know, man, to be honest. I sort of, I would say in the area of Northern Australia that I live, it'd probably be rather unlucky to be a vampire because there's a lot of unseemly characters around these parts. So, God knows what you'd pick up. But then if you had the healing factor, that might work. I don't know, Rob. I think I'd just have to, find out when I came to it, mate,
So you reckon, I got a question to Lee. So what you're telling me is like in North Queensland, if Dracula just shows up, leaves Romania for an Australian holiday in North Queensland, the natives of North Queensland would like beat him up?
I think they'd probably have a good go at it, but I reckon it'd be even funnier because they'd probably party on with him, man. He'd probably have a good time. He'd probably want to come in winter. Summer might be a little bit too hot and sunny for him, Depends on his consistency. And do they sweat vampires? Because
I don't know. I'm just curious how he would react if he'd go to those cane toad races in Port Douglas. And then
I don't know. I guess, however, as long as it was at the night time as well as anyone else that went to a cane toad race in Port Douglas, I would assume. I don't know, man. Hopefully his suit that he's wearing is made out of wool because, that stays cool, like in summer and warm in winter, You wouldn't want to be in a polynylon sort of thing because it wouldn't breathe. But then they don't breathe. So, I mean, look, we could go into this all night, man. There's so many
that's the point, isn't it?
Oh, well, this is true. There's other people here, man.
Everyone's welcome to chime in, by the way. Just, I talk to Alex. You talk too much, and then just tell me your vampire stories.
Lee, because we're building our Quick Nick vampire mural, who's your favorite vampire in pop culture?
Man, I'd say one of the dudes out of is it When We Were Shadows? Or something, one of those dudes. They're all funny guys, man. That's the way I sort of see it, I don't know what you'd do. It'd be a little depressing being like 2,000 years old. Like I could understand that, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean that would be seeing your loved ones grow old, but then you could have more loved ones, maybe. I don't know if that's.
You'd be ramping up a body count, mate. Maybe the guilt would take you down a notch,
But what kind of stuff would he be nostalgic for then? Would he have like a favorite period, or would he be just like, oh, I remember when I was born in 1214, and then
just have a total blank, but remember he's 2,000 years old.
Yeah, I don't know, like.
I don't know.
You'd have to forget a lot of things. I mean, can you remember what you did last month?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I live a boring life, Don. I was just at home playing with my cats.
I didn't know this was an interrogation, Don.
I was just saying, I can't remember what I did last month. So, you know, you probably over time you forget a lot of things. You know, you just go on with your life.
Don Lee was selling porn.
Sorry?
Lee was selling porn. You know, that's all I'm going to remember from tonight. Lee was selling porn.
That's right. Make a good back out of that, mate.
Mr. Dave Dye,
Mhm.
what color is a vampire's pee?
Oh,
I guess it'd be pink.
Is
Would
that
it
how
be?
so what happens? Yellow and red?
That's pretty
When you mix
cool.
yellow and red?
What? Yellow and red? Well, so a vampire doesn't
Sorry.
drink water, right? So do they need moisture to survive? So we're talking about sweat. Do they sweat blood? Do they? These are questions that I feel like need to be answered, but not by us. Dave, who's your favorite pop culture vampire?
Well, Count Dracula. Does he count as
We got one,
culture,
two.
pop culture, or whatever you call it?
Oh yeah, but for the
Yeah.
sake of Quick's mural,
Here you go. Here we go. This here. Gene Colan drew the best Dracula.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Mm.
Where is he? Where's the one here I can show
Looks
you?
like, how do I
He
draw
modelled
that?
his Dracula after the fella that was on the City Slickers. What was his name?
Jack
John
Palance.
Lovitz?
Jack Palance.
Ah, yeah, Jack Palance.
Mm.
That's who he modelled the face from. Jack Palance. Can you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I always said to Sarab that Jack Palance would have made a perfect Conan.
Perfect what?
Conan,
All right.
Yeah,
based on Frazetta's paintings.
Yeah.
yeah. He's got that facial structure, hasn't he?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Is that who you're drawing tonight, Dave?
Pardon?
Is that who you're drawing tonight, Dracula?
Yes, I'm drawing a. I'm copying a picture that Gene Colan did. So I'm just copying his Dracula.
Yeah, right.
His vampire.
Hey, Diggs.
Don Ticchio, is this your first time on the show, or did you come on last time Sarab was here?
No, it came on last time. Sorry,
I've been
I'm a
on
bit
video
late.
chats with you. I just couldn't remember if we did one live like this. But yeah,
Yeah,
welcome to the show.
I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was a while ago.
Do you have a favorite pop culture vampire, Don?
Well, I'd have to go with Dave Dye. I like the Marvels 70s Gene Colan vampire. I remember picking up issue number 6. It was the first time I've seen it, and it had a Neil Adams cover.
No, right.
And then when I opened the page, I was just blown away by Gene Colan and Tom Palmer's inks. And it's just beautiful stuff. But if I had to say which vampire that I like represented in movies, I like Bela Lugosi, the old 40s and 30s character.
Yeah, right.
There's the cover for number 6.
Sorry?
There's the cover for
yeah,
number 6.
Yeah.
That's in black and white. Of course, it was released in colour. This is just the black and white.
Yeah. Just fantastic stuff, really. And one of my favourite ones would have been, it was with Abbott and Costello.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one? And they had,
No, I don't.
Bela Lugosi as Dracula, Boris Karloff as the monster, the Lon Chaney as the Wolfman, and Abbott and Costello were thrown in the mix of this. And I thought it was quite funny.
We used to love Abbott and Costello. Yeah.
Showing my age, really.
Yeah, you are, you old bugger. I can say that.
Dave, I don't think so. I reckon we're gonna get Shane's gonna get a email from Don.
I get muddled with emails and stuff, so it might have to be a letter in the mail.
My picture.
Don won't remember anyway. The Alzheimer's will kick in.
How the hell do the pigeons know where I live?
Oh, God. It's getting that way, Dave. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Sarab? Who's your favorite pop culture vampire?
Oh, geez. I got a couple, actually.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Have you all seen the movie Let the Right One In? It was originally a Swedish film, and then it was made into an American film. And it's a friendship between a young boy and a young girl, and her name is Eli, or Chloe in the American film.
Hit girl.
Sorry?
Little hit girl.
Yeah.
Morient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's revealed that the 12-year-old girl is fire. And so these kids become friends, and a beautiful friendship emerges. And she remains a 12-year-old girl while the boyfriend grows up, and together they stay together the entire time, with her continuing to be a 12-year-old girl and him continuing to look after her and keep her safe. It's a different twist on the vampire story. So she's one of my favorites. Yeah, a 12-year-old girl vampire. Yeah. My second would have to be Lestat from Interview with the Vampire. Yeah.
Yep.
Tom Cruise. Yeah. Charismatic, flamboyant, just the alpha vampire ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Now, but also Vampire Hunters. Blade has to be my favorite. Yeah. Those three.
Now, unfortunately, as Vampire Hunters, Buffy is the best vampire hunter.
Rob, are you one of those like purists who likes the movie, or just one of those people?
There is no movie. The movie does not.
Sacrilege.
So we've mentioned a lot of vampires. I got this little image here. Have a look and see what sort of vampires you can spot that perhaps we've missed.
Vampirella.
Monster.
Grandpa from the Monsters. He was fun.
It's pretty good. Like Nick, that's pretty fast. Did you put all that together just now? I saw the word in progress.
There's Cassidy from Preacher at the top. Dave's favorite.
I see Morbius.
Before, didn't we?
Salma Hayek and Dust by Dawn.
Yeah.
Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8.
Vampirella.
The girl from Adventure Time.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, right.
You got Christopher Lee in the background there with the Hammer Horrors Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spike and Angel from Buffy. Yeah. Oh, there's the True Blood guys. I've never seen True Blood.
Oh, yeah, the True Blood guys. Oh, there's Twilight at the top. Good for him.
I forget, what was that British show there was on the guy on the you took
Dark Shadows, was it?
The guy on the right
Dark
next
Shadows?
to Vampirella.
Dark Shadows?
Sorry, on the left of Vampirella.
Dark Shadow?
Dark Shadows?
Is that Dark Shadows?
I think it's Dark Shadows, eh?
That's the one, yeah. No, I remember watching that show. I think it was on the ABC. That was interesting too. So.
And then Johnny Depp did a remake.
Sorry, hey, Rob, who's your favorite vampire?
Grandpa Simpson from The Simpsons, that episode where he dressed up as a vampire.
And then his dentures fell out?
Fell out, yeah.
All right, done.
Best vampire, 1992. Well, let's speak to some gentlemen who have just put together a bit of a vampire story with a little segment that goes...
Now it's that part of the show where we shine a big shiny spotlight on one of our creator friends. This week, we welcome
Name
and talk about their creative journey. Please, everybody, make some noise for
Name.
We have the gentleman from Silver Fox ComX, of course, Sarab Del Rio and Don Ticchio, with their new book that is live on Kickstarter at the moment, Bazza the Barbarian, and the subtitle being
Vampires and Vegemite.
Yeah. So give us a little, for those maybe who aren't familiar with Bazza, can you maybe give us a little bit of give us the spiel and then tell us what he's up to in this latest adventure?
Dave is holding up the first Bazza book. That is
There you
Sydney's
go.
Zombie Apocalypse. And I think that's the first print edition that we did from 2015. Yeah.
Not long ago. Jeez.
Yeah. So let me tell you about Bazza the Barbarian. Well, you know that America has Captain America. The UK has James Bond. We've got Bazza the Barbarian, his wife Shazza, the squids, Arrow and Michelle, a talking Tirana, a sentient bat signed by Sir Donald Bradman, and the Drop Bears Thriller and Killer. This is our answer to the Avengers. That's Fox Comics. Yeah. So we're trying to create an all-Aussie action iconic hero. And Bazza has a monster killing business in Deadfern. And throughout it, he's battled zombies, aliens, carnivorous cane toads, and now he's battled vampires as well. This book, Vampires and Vegemite, is the latest adventure. It's not just a comic book, but it's the ultimate vampire survival defense manual for the land down under. If you think that garlic and holy water and crosses are going to protect you from vampires down under, you're going to get banged at first sight. So you need this book to level up your vampire defense game. This has got the secrets of really what it takes to protect you from vampires in Australia. So here, we're not going to give away the plot. So we will tell you. This is a funny situation. Blue-face. This is an epidemic that's struck that happens when people, particularly teens, are addicted to their mobile phones, and what happens is it causes glue face, this greenish fluid that ends up solidifying you and gluing you to your phone, and that just stuff that just cements you. That's glue face. It's an epidemic that's sweeping the world. Yeah. So Don and I don't know if you know, we work with the Australian Supernatural Defence Forces. Work very closely, and
Right.
yeah, they've commissioned this book for us, and we thought this was just the book that Australia needed to defend themselves against vampires. Yeah, but yeah, creatively, like vampires is a classic archetype, just a classic horror trope. Yeah, so it was really our chance to explore the mythology and reinvent this theme with the perspective of Australia. So we put our own spin on our Australian spin. No vampires will die from getting staked in this one. Well, a couple might, but that's not the big reveal for this one. Yeah.
How does an Australian vampire differ from traditional vampires?
All the stuff that you know about garlic and holy water, you got to remember that came from the medieval ages. That was 600 years ago. Things have changed, you know. So that's why you need this book to stay up to date and current. Like if you want to walk out at nighttime, you want to walk out there confidently. Otherwise, you're just going to go out there like a sitting duck. You know, you need this book to level up your vampire defense game, Rob. Yeah, things have changed. That was 600 years ago.
So is it Tim Tams now?
Sorry?
Is it Tim Tams and prawns?
Tim Tams are pretty good.
So vampires have evolved to they can deal with garlic now, or at least the Australian vampires can.
The Australian, well, everyone knows that Australians are stronger, right? You know, it's a given. Yeah. So vampires down under inevitably, as you know, vampires evolved. The different strains. Australians are tougher. It's a rugged country. It's the most dangerous country in the world, right? Spiders have that bite. Vampires have got a different bite in Australia as well. Yeah, they're stronger here. Those little toys, like things like garlic, they don't mean anything. Yeah, they have garlic for breakfast.
Awesome. Well, Don, how was putting together this book from your perspective?
This this book this time around was a lot of effort, really, because there's so much going on personally with other stuff. I just had to find time to put it all together. In between that, just to put in perspective, I've closed my office, so I've had a transition period where I've had to set up the studio at home, and Sarab knew what I was going through and whatever, so he pretty much left me alone a lot of the times. But putting it together, it was fun. Even up to the last minute when the printer rings up and says the pages don't line up.
That was only about 4 hours ago.
Why did I lose all my hair from all this stress?
Yeah, you guys did one of my favorite things, and that's how the book is 100% ready before going to Kickstarter. So
yeah. That's been our plan all the way along, that we didn't want to, do a Kickstarter and then find that we'd wait a year before we finish. Sarab has always said from the start, we want to get it all done, printed, ready. As soon as they would do the Kickstarter, or the Kickstarter along the same lines as the printing, and then it's ready. We've reached the target. The book is printed. 2 weeks later, it goes out.
Yeah,
and we've always done that. And I think, well, when you're talking small budget, that's the way to go. If you're talking big budgets where it's big books and it takes a lot of effort, that's a different story. But as far as comics go, and Sarab, my hat's off to him. He's paid all the artists. Everybody's been paid. He pay as we go. Basically, they do 5 pages. He pays for it and then goes on to the next lot.
Well, I mean that's why this book took so long. Usually, we used to produce a book every 2 years, and this book has taken the longest period of time because of a lot of personal stuff. So 2018, we wrote the story for this. 2018, so it's taken 5 years. We're talking about it today, saying like it's like we've had it's like whiskey in a barrel. We've had this book in a barrel of horror and comedy and action.
It's been fermenting.
5 years. Yeah. So originally it was supposed to come out in 2018. We wrote it. 2019 we started the artwork. 2020 was supposed to come out with Corona Apocalypse, and then Don was closing his studio. I lost my job. I ran out of money, reinvented my career. I've changed careers, so I'm 2 years into the same career now. Yeah, new career. And then now we're back. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's Bazza.
Oh, sorry. What do you think of that picture?
Sarab, quickly.
Vampire. There you go.
Right.
Sorry.
Vampire. That's pretty.
So in the Kickstarter is not only the new Bazza book, but there's a long-awaited zombie basketballer featuring our very own Nick May. We didn't have a chance to talk to you guys about that book at the time.
Nick did a stellar job on his piece, and I really like it. So it's fun.
Thank you, Don.
Can you give us Sarab, do you have a little spiel for Zombie Basketballer for those who
it was great work. Actually, we met Nick the last time, well, the first time we've been on the show was 14th of January 22. Yeah. And that's when we met Nick, and I've been watching his stuff on Instagram. I thought that'd be a funny, interesting take. Yeah. On that one. So Zombie Basketball, we brought it out last year. The Zombie Basketball was originally in a book called Zombie Series 2. And then we took him out and we've given him his own volume. Yeah. So in this one, it's the NBA Finals. One of the key basketball players is out. He's bitten by a zombie. He's become a zombie. But the Chicago Brains, it's the final. They want to win. They want to play. So they let the zombie play ball. He's approved. He's safe.
That's awesome.
But the show must go on, and he's let loose. He's let loose on the basketball court. Yeah, and he creates the greatest slam dunk you've ever seen. That's all I'll say. Yeah. So the first half of the book is is action, and ends horrifically. And then the next half of the book was a bit of his domestic life. He's got a Tinder profile. He meets a date there, and Nick took over from that point on, showing the domesticated life of the zombie basketballer. Yeah, he escaped to France, where he was given, sovereignty and freedom to be him. And yeah, it's a very romantic tale that Nick put his art to. Yeah,
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, yes.
Didn't end up in North Korea, did he?
I love it.
Yeah, so if you would like to go and check out the Bazza Kickstarter at the moment, if you just put in the little comx.vip/latest Kickstarters, you'll see all the latest Australian Kickstarters, and Bazza is right there on the first page. So give it a look and see if you if something tickles your whatnots. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's check in now.
One sec. Could I show you the proof?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Bring you up.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
nice.
about a couple of weeks ago.
Pretty good
Hang on,
evidence.
a bit of glare on it. Hang on, can you
Who's
see?
the artist, mate?
This one is Alzir Alves. Colors by Adam Ramos. Glare is terrible, but
That looks
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, that's the proof. Yeah. And here's
Where are
the-
they from, mate? They're not Aussies.
No, they're from Brazil.
Brazil, right?
Oh, actually, one is this one. Actually, cover is Alzir and Adam, and that's an interior from Emerson, who did all of the early books. Emerson's from Philippines, and Edwin from Mexico. That's his colors there. Yeah,
Oh, right.
Yeah, right.
that's the proof copy. Yeah, this was.
Where are you, Sarab, right now? You look like you're in a cool studio, like a black box theater of some sort.
This is my black cave.
Sweet.
So is there any
That leads
vampires in
cornerstone.
that
Like
painting in the
Batcave?
background?
Sorry,
Any vampires in the background painting there, or just skulls?
just
random.
just skulls.
So they're not. Are they victims of vampires?
I don't know if you can see this guy, but do you think he looks kind of familiar? Where's the camera? There it is. Do you think this guy looks kind of familiar?
Difficult to see.
This
It's got,
particular.
it's got nice hair.
Is that Quick Nick? No, Quick Nick's on the one with the little slingshot. That's
That's
Quick
you,
Nick.
is it, mate?
Thanks,
You
Alex.
saw it.
That'd be you, Sarab.
Yeah,
Looking
you
good,
go.
mate.
Reckon there's that hair, that quaff.
Oh, look at this.
Vamp
Boy.
X. Love it.
Quaff.
We got there. We got
Oh,
Chloe
wow.
Moran over here. Tom Cruise, note the nose, spot on. Bela Lugosi doing his thing. Blade's now in the picture. And as per Rob's request, Grandpa is now featured.
Nice.
Love it.
Awesome.
There you go.
Fantastic,
Well
Nicholas.
done, mate. Excellent.
Great.
Any more vampires people can think of to get Nick to draw?
Running out of space, guys.
I
Not
love
my problem.
the movie The Lost Boys. You remember that
Oh,
one?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland was the lead vampire.
How are we looking here, Dave?
Ah, right. Yeah, well, I've finally got my camera working. I'm a bit late tonight because of the troubles I had with the computer. But yeah, I'm just toiling away, doing a bit of inking now, and hopefully I'll have enough time to get a bit of colour onto it.
Oh,
What sort of, is that a brush tip fine line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those brush pens. I can't remember the Pentel one, yeah, from Japan. It's a lot quicker to use this than to use the brush, so I don't have to worry about dipping and all that sort of stuff.
Do you have better control with this or with a paintbrush?
Much the same. I've used this before, and when I went to put the watercolor on, I found that it bled. So I don't usually like using this. We'll see. Someone said theirs didn't bleed, so it's a different kind of ink, and you know these these look like they've got a little bit of bleeding going on this paper. I don't normally get that with the other brush and ink when I use it. So that's from this. It's just a different consistency in the ink. Just makes it bleed. You probably can't see it, but I can see the little bleeds going on here. Makes it a bit fuzzy.
You'll sell some extra pens to vampires. All the vampires watching. If it bleeds, then they'll be.
Yeah, they're all salivating listening to this. If they listen to the podcast, they'll be going crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't there like an Australian creator who's secretly a vampire but tries to convince us that vampires don't?
We've tried them.
I was going to say, doesn't he have rats like the picture seems to?
Look at this. There's a rat on his shoulder here. Maybe it's Beau Jardine. That's who I'm doing.
Oh, I'm not naming names, Dave. I'm proper.
Oh, he should have been named as someone's favourite vampire, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nick, draw Beau.
Lost boy, yeah.
All right, Bo's next.
Wow.
Sis, you reckon it's time to take a look at some artwork, perhaps?
Yes, I agree.
That time already, is it?
That
Jeez,
time already. Okay, I'll go over the top. We have from Marty Wells.
Oh, Marty.
He's made a request.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa.
He's made a request.
Oh, nice.
He wants us as a crew to name his character.
Oh, call him Jared.
Jared? Are we all with Jared?
3D model 2.
Blaze came to my head immediately. It's just the jaggedness. It's the dynamic pose. Blaze. Anyone else have a name? Go for it.
Looks like we're going with Jared. There you go, Marty.
Jared.
Must be so disappointed.
Sorry, Marty.
Here's Rob O'Connor's piece for tonight.
Rob.
Very nice, Burns was a vampire too.
That's rad.
Well,
That shadow. That's so fun.
That's awesome.
Well done, Rob. Far out. Bit of Mignola in there too.
They're very mignon. Yeah.
Mignola drew the comic adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, he did
Oh,
too.
did he?
Yeah.
all right.
Pre-Hellboy?
Pre-Hellboy.
Yeah. And we got Mike McConaughey. I don't know why I have so much trouble with your name, Mike. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, his is a bit sexy.
Whoa.
We can do it sexy.
Moly.
Whoa.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I want to suck your blood.
Can we name her?
Maria.
Ooh, what's going on then? Oh, she should have crossed her legs. Not very, very ladylike.
I think I've met her before.
Send this one. Bit of a interesting little bit of information.
Oh.
All right.
She wrote in the email that apparently 2% of the global population are born with the lower ones.
Oh.
The larger canines.
Yeah, right.
So that
I
was-
actually used to have these fang things up here that I had to get taken out. So I might,
no way.
I mean, I'm wearing fake ones.
I might be a
crazy.
mutant vampire.
Could have
Like
grown
Can we
into a
get-
vampire.
More blood access with the front ones, I reckon. You know, you have to. Whoa, what's going on there, Jenny? Jenny!
Hi, I've
Oh,
been
yeah,
vampire this
Jenny's
whole
awesome.
time.
Oh, do you suck on ladies' blood?
Ladies' blood,
Asking for a friend.
everyone's blood. Anyone tastes tasty. Yum yum.
Nick is the tastiest of us all.
Are they real? Are they like the teeth you were born with, or are they like?
No, they're
implants or-
prosthetics. They're I had them custom made. So I
Are they
just
in
got
there
them,
all the time?
I'll show you. Oh, boom! It's gone.
Oh my
It's out.
goodness.
Wow.
She's out.
So
Wait,
it's
so you had
Your
so-
regular.
oh, so they're
right.
made on. So you're putting them on top of your teeth, or did you swap your teeth? Or what's going
So
on there?
I'll tell you the story. I
Yeah, please.
met someone in Perth called they're a fang smith. So what I did was I went to my dentist and I had to go through the whole story. Like, look, I want to get my fangs made, but I need my teeth molded. Can you please mold my teeth for me? And she just did it begrudgingly. We did it anyway. Sent my mold to the fang smith. He custom made the fangs to fit over my teeth. So I had these
Wow.
done like years ago, and they still fit really nicely, and they match the color of your teeth as well. So just a promo ad for Fang Smith out there. But yeah, he's great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fang
I had
Smith.
it done for a
I've
premiere
never heard of
back
this.
in-
I love that's a thing.
Is this somebody who
Yeah,
just like
cool.
would Lauren know who this Fang Smith is because she's from Perth?
Lauren Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've probably been in the same space. I reckon. I don't know if they know each other. Probably in the same
Thanks,
space at one point.
Fancy
Same
like
town.
you know when you've just met the other parents at the at the childcare or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And you're like, "I'm a Fang Smith."
I'm a Fang Smith. You have to be dramatic.
Oh, I mean, yeah, wicked.
Cool.
I don't even know what we were doing. I got so taken by being a Fang Smith. Artwork. Yeah, Travis.
Yeah, we're up to Travis Richardson.
No, it's
Oh,
Bo
that's
time.
a really good
Oh,
drawing.
sorry.
There's both.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Nick,
a
that's
really
awesome.
cool drawing. Somebody send that to him.
He'll see it. He'll get it. But anyway, Travis, let's do it. This looks like a lot of work.
Travis.
Oh,
A lot
wow.
of work.
Wow.
Everyone.
Well done, Trev.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's the Alfred Newman from Mad.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the green one.
Suck eggs, not neck. Silver Fox made me do it. Hang this in any kind of
That's a
color.
rip,
Signed
mate.
in blood.
Well done.
Love it, love it, love it.
Trav unlocked the key to this thing. The more stuff you put on there, the longer we have to have on the
The more screen time.
Well done,
Yep.
Trav.
Yeah, well done, Trev.
Nice
Excellent
trick.
Yeah.
work.
Brilliant.
And look, he's named the episode. That's so
What?
fun. Road to 100.
91.
91 in a jugular vein. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Trav dog.
The
Now,
road to 100.
Good stuff.
Very clever.
yeah, I remember saying to Sis, we should make a big deal about it being the road to 100. And I think Trav Dog's made
Travis
a big
just
deal that me and Sis ever had.
It's just got to be one of
Thanks,
those
Travis.
people who realize at 112, they're like, oh, we've done more than 100 episodes.
Mm.
And then celebrate 115.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, Jenny, when you go on a date and you like someone, just say, and you go, and they see your fangs, like, how do they react? Because you'd scare the hell out of me.
Well, it's a time and a place, you see. I can't just willy-nilly. But it's common decency. Would you bite into someone's neck on a first date? I don't think so.
Oh, sorry, I
I
would,
would.
but he'd
Well,
use his blunt teeth.
yeah.
What the diet is.
But you'd
That's
scare. I'd be terrified of you.
Can I
Oh,
make
hello.
Hey,
Hey, he's watching.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
there
Boo.
it is. Doug.
can I tell a awkward early Spedsy love situation?
Was it with Jenny and Bo?
I was,
Shit,
you know,
us? What is this?
in my oh golly, in my teen years, me and a lady friend were getting to know each other and each other's mouths, making out, and she says, "Bite my neck," and so I bite her neck, and she says, "Harder," and I bite it harder. And she says, "Harder," and I bite it harder, and she was like well into it. And then we made out the next day, and without being asked, I went straight to bite the neck and went, and she says, "Oh shit, what are you doing?" So I didn't know.
Using the same place.
I was just, yeah, well, time and place, yes. So, haven't bit a single neck since. Learned my lesson.
First and last time.
Nick, you've just lost the romance. You've got to start it up again.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give her a call.
And that's a while.
That one's for you, Nick.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. And away we
Yeah, I'll have to see a Fang
go.
Smith before I give her a call.
Just
There
for
you
you,
go,
Bo.
Bo. Right now he's screenshotting it with his phone. We're in the corner. What's up? Right, you got it, Bo? You good? You're getting Trav Dog level screen time here, Bo.
Well, we'll move on to the next one. We'll get some Neil Blandon some screen time.
Oh, I always love his
Oh,
work.
wow.
I always like Neil stuff. Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Cool.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, very good, mate.
Unreal.
Thank you.
Excellent. I love the little church and the little the graves in the background.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice. I didn't even notice.
That's a fair walk for that. So they've just finished the ceremony and then they got to walk. What's that, like half a K across the plain to bury the poor suckers? But
Poor
suckers.
suckers.
Yeah.
Very good, mate.
Thanks, Dave. Next, we've got Hugh McGowan.
Oh,
Oh, very good. Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, wow.
You my guy.
Well done, mate.
Wow.
Well
Good
done.
work.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that is fantastic.
It's kind of terrifying.
I like it.
Wash, pen wash there.
Looks like Rob's about to go for the neck, I reckon.
Yeah.
Rob's date. I can
Yeah.
confirm that it is like that.
You did have a suspiciously long neck, actually.
So you already sported like a mustache and a
Vivian, what did you
beard
do
when you were in
here?
your teens?
Mate, I wish. I had the slightest bit of fluff on my chin, and I was shaving it because I heard that the more you shave it, the bigger it grows back. So I was every 2 seconds. Because I am a chinless freak.
You're welcome, Bo.
Dude, I'm in my 40s. I still can't grow sideburns. This is 2 weeks of not shaving.
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Sizzle
So
shaves
I'm-
for work each morning, and then comes
Yeah,
home.
each morning. This is me by the afternoon. So
Yeah.
I've been in the middle of my puberty for 20 years now.
Yeah, I
I
can't
think
really.
you're like, yeah, like you'll never shave down like here. Nothing grows here.
Well, you can't speak about awesome facial hair without talking about this guy, Davo77, Tony
Very good.
Davidson.
Oh, wow.
I love
Good on
this.
you, Davo. Wow, it's a bit different to normal.
Yeah, what is this? This is
I'm
like a
cooler.
Disney thing.
Yeah, is this a character that we know, or has Davo created this?
I don't know actually. He doesn't say.
Oh, Bunny Killer says.
A bit like-
Yeah, I
Something
didn't know
else-
how to pronounce it. So
Something else written there. I just can't. Oh, handwritten, it said. Okay.
oh yeah, don't worry about that. That was just what he named the file. But he did another one.
Ah,
Oh,
going for a twofer.
No, nice.
yeah.
Bring it up twice in case anyone can't see it.
That's a bit different than normal Davo drawing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Wow.
Nice one, Davo.
Yeah, very good, mate.
Just so check out my
Oh,
range.
Country
Or his
Network.
range.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Bunny Killer is obviously a real character.
There you go.
And it's obvious. Nice work, Davo.
Great
Yeah,
stuff,
good work,
David.
mate. Very well done.
Man of many styles.
And then Dan May comes in.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice
Oh,
one.
nice.
Those
Very good.
fingers.
Awesome demo.
It looks like he's going to push a button he's not supposed to push.
yeah.
It's like that meme, like where, you know, there's like some superhero pushing a button.
Isn't that you every week on this show, Alex? Pushing all kinds of buttons.
He's always pushing buttons.
I'm just pushing people's metaphorical buttons.
Yeah, you are.
Why does Nick sound? Why did you sound like you were seduced by that idea?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways,
there he is.
that didn't work.
Wow.
What is this? Oh, is that you?
That's that guy. Yeah, I remember him. He didn't. I didn't have glasses. Though. Glasses are new.
Saw him in the mirror when you're having your shave.
Yeah. That is depressingly accurate.
Okay, we have.
Yeah, Tony.
Oh, sorry,
No.
Tony Menzies in the house.
All right, Tony.
Oh, no.
Oh
way.
wow!
Right.
Is that-
Yeah.
I thought it was like a 3D sculpt at first,
Wow.
but it's It's a
Very
very
good.
detailed.
I love the drink
drawing.
and draw heading. It's all very official.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing, Tony.
Excellent.
But
Which vampire is that,
from
Nick?
one.
That's a combination of the last few and your favorite, right? Or was that
Looks
Don's
like
favorite?
Actually, is half his face kind of zombie-ish? Because see,
That's
the
what I was just thinking.
mouth is kind of torn onto the side, and
Yeah.
Next,
It's brilliant.
Pretty good.
we have another Tony Menzies. But this
Oh,
one's
right.
a pretty vampire.
Oh,
I like
right,
her.
yeah.
Wow.
Very good. Fine.
holy,
Giving
She looks like
overtime,
she's angry about the button that Dan May's Dracula was pushing. She looks at this.
I think she's looking at you, Alex.
Stop talking.
Very upset.
Yeah, that's
I
brilliant.
think that was for the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it is.
Okay. And then we have Mr. Nick May.
Here we go.
Vampirella, eat your heart out.
Love it.
I just imagine it's like Snow White singing, and instead of birds, bats come in there.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Well done, mate.
I think he's got rabbit vampire teeth or something.
Oh, it's anyway. It's
Oh, you wanted me to bring up the shoes again and just cause more
but
controversy?
they were only for you, Alex.
What's the logo on the underpants there? On the little speedo?
It was. I think it's. I just looked at whatever picture was on, whatever was on Vampirella.
Sure.
It's like a
Not Wonder Woman?
bird of some description.
No, Vampirella, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, because it's gold, it just reminded me of the thing on Wonder Woman's chest, and you just moved it down to the crotch. So that's not what happened. Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
This
is
Sorab, save me.
this isn't a picture of a vampire. This is just Nick in his 20s.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's
So
awesome.
you had a.
Very
So you
well
had
done.
a 3-pack.
Oh, what's going on?
Sorry.
Yes.
I just don't know what I'm doing half the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
you go.
there you go.
Yeah, right. Why is it weirder than scrolling to it like that?
You should see her poo.
Oh yeah,
That's weird.
That
is
is
it like
weird.
one red stick that she does once?
It's like like red licorice.
Every 4 years. Oh dear. Okay, we've got Jenny's picture.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
Well, good
Oh,
on
wow.
you. Jen. Nice.
Well,
Great.
we have matching
Little
back
bird.
tattoos.
yeah,
Oh,
wicked.
cool.
Well
Oh,
done.
you got tattoos as well to go with the fangs.
Yeah, of course. So just
Oh, nice.
hidden at the moment, but that's a snippet of one of my tattoos, a bat wing, because I love vampires.
Yeah, well
Brilliant.
done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Great work.
Nice effect, that sort of wash, that grey sort of wash you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I like to add some depth by using different grades and black, of course. Trust.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
nice.
And my question is, we've got Lee's in here now.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone else got one coming up?
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice one, Lee.
Oh,
That's awesome. I'm loving the fingers.
Yeah, what a
But it looks like it's. It looks like it's.
Yeah,
Is it
with the
asking
leg.
for something?
Please
We
don't
always
push
have
the button.
bird's
Yeah,
eye
don't push
shot.
the buttons.
Well,
There you go.
he's like, why?
Whatever you want to do, Alex.
Sorry?
My date didn't go well.
It looks like
She
somebody
asked
ran
me to
away
fight
from
her.
him or her. I don't know how
Consider
vampires
that on the
identify
first
themselves.
date.
well
No,
done,
I don't
mate.
know. I
That's
sat
awesome.
down at 5 to 8, and that's the first thing that came to mind. So I just,
I love it.
Love to see that in colour, Lee.
Oh yeah.
So would I, Don. If there's anyone out there, you know.
Don, have you been away there? Wow, quick! Holy moly!
I already had a Lee head on the go.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Don, have you been scribbling away there?
Yeah, I have. I've been doing more of a generic blood-sucking monster, nothing in general.
Nice.
That's all right.
You see it.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, just fucking
Yeah,
around.
wow.
So,
That's great.
Good
So
one, Don.
I'm usually very loose. Well, when it comes to doing tight illustrations, I'm a bit slow and it takes a lot more effort. And, but when you're scribbling, it's different. You can just go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
Nice.
I'm looking for yours, Rob.
yeah, I didn't get to finish one today.
Oh, okay.
You didn't do a drawing, Rob? What happened? I tried even. I was even talking a lot more, so you have more time. You know, I was trying to give you.
Well, I
You know how
phoned
much I hate talking,
last
so.
week, and so I didn't want to phone him. And then
Very hard to talk with master ceremonies and try and do work on the side.
I used to try to do that, and the show would go off the rails. It still goes off the rails, but at least I get to watch it goes off the rails now. Dave, let's check in with you before we move on too far. How's it
Yeah,
going?
I didn't get the colour in. Worst luck.
Okay.
Oh, so Don will do that for you.
Done well.
Yeah,
So
Don will color it.
I'll do what the coloring.
yeah,
Yeah.
well done, Don.
Yeah, should have,
Yeah,
I'll do a printout and I'll carve a paper and I'll watercolor it.
Okay. Good. Look forward to seeing that.
That is proper mad, Dave. That's a crazy picture.
it's sick. It's awesome.
I'll hold it up. That isn't
Yeah, hold it
finished,
up.
of course, but
Nah, the vibe's there.
I like
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
Dave, I'm guilty of.
Was Vince Price ever a vampire in any of his movies? Vincent Price?
I don't know.
Well,
Sure.
What movie I'm sorry to say.
Sorry, wrong show. Was Todd McFarlane ever a vampire?
Yes,
That's
obvious.
Well,
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I was going to say, I must have known, Rob, that you weren't going to draw tonight because
You
I
did?
did something different, and I did.
Uh-oh.
Good.
So I will. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Boost myself up. Hold her up.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
One of your best.
Yeah.
Shane?
Great stuff, Sizzle.
Good one, Sis.
remind me again, I forget the name of the character.
Count
Duckula.
Duckula.
Dracula, yeah. So,
Vegetarian vampire.
Does he
So
suck
what do you
plants?
suck on? Ketchup?
I was sucking on
Yeah,
pumpkins.
yeah. Plants.
Yeah.
He loves himself a good bit of tomato sauce.
One of those plant suckers.
Yeah.
Well, Liz, how about we talk about ourselves for a little bit, and maybe we're on
Do you
time.
Are we going to dance after or before?
I think we dance to go out. I think that's where
Okay,
we put
cool. I
Oh,
like
that's a nice one. That makes sense.
I think we leave on a high and gives, because sometimes I watch those numbers go down as we go to the promo section. Stick around. Well, there will be dancing. But
Yeah.
first, let's do a bit of this. Now, I should say, we're last week, for those watching, we did a bit of a rushed last thing because it was like a 2-hour episode. This week we're on time, so don't feel like you have to rush. Tell us what you've been working on, all that good stuff. In a segment we call This Thing.
This poor person is looking through the newspaper for info on what projects our artists have been working on. And this lost individual is using a map to find where she can follow our artists on social media and buy their books. How about we save them the trouble and just tell them? We call this next segment Shameless Self-Promotion.
I'll go first. I've got a bit of a shout out to DK, who's doing the Mega Toy Fair tomorrow and I think Sunday as well. That's her setup.
Yeah.
Just take a moment and look at how much stuff.
Oh,
she
okay,
has.
sorry. Look at all
Yeah.
that.
Like, I'm not just peeing in pockets when I say she's one of the hardest working creators in Australia.
She
This
goes
is
to
one of her smaller setups.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a car, one of them.
DK is
Yeah.
a monster.
Yeah.
She is.
Work like I don't know how she has time to breathe. She's drawing so
Yeah.
much.
Talking about Dana King.
Yeah.
And she's not really a monster. She's just like a hard-working lady.
That's right.
Yeah.
So don't be scared.
Yeah.
So don't go if you see her at a comic convention, don't run away, but look at her stuff, merchandise, and buy
This
it.
is her wearing the ComX cap that she now wears religiously at all these events.
Good on it.
Yeah, how good
Flying
is
the
she?
flag.
DK, we need you back on the show. That's the thing too. We'd have her on the show more often, but she's almost always like got a show the next day, or
Busy. Yep.
you know, she's setting up somewhere. Yeah, seriously,
Sharon
I
Just
challenge
doesn't
you
like
guys
us. I don't
on
know.
more shows than DK. She's great.
So
Speaking
that
of
was my little shout out to DK. Me, self promotion. I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to talk about the shop. I'm going to talk about the fact that we have a proof, I should say, to Stellar Lands.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So this is looking awesome. Do a bit of a.
Oh, this is really
You
nice.
make that bigger, that panel, that.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
sorry. So yep. See if I can get the
Yeah,
angle so it
looking good.
focuses.
wow,
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, and there's
Shane, on getting that
can't give
done.
away too much.
Look-
So that Kickstarter will be going live. Oh, that Kickstarter will be going live very soon. We're looking at next week. So
Ooh,
yeah. So
great.
just have to dot all our I's, cross all our T's, but next week is the goal. Yeah.
Good
That's
work,
awesome.
mate. Looking good.
Over to you, Spedsy.
Yes, I just sent a new shipment of books to Sis here for ComX.shop. So if, they should be arriving like any day. So
They're
you-
probably the ones I've been told about at this post office that I can't.
Oh,
get to
yeah,
during
awesome.
working hours.
yeah, well, thanks, Quick. So Sluggish 2 is the Kickstarter is all wrapped. All the books are sent.
You got one too.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, so
Thank you.
I just wanted to, thank you to everybody who supported that book. And stupid me, I released it, the Kickstarter, while we were on a drink and draw hiatus. And still, people came out and supported it without me yelling about it every 2 seconds. So very thankful for that. I wanted to wait till, thanks, Dave. I wanted to wait till Sluggish was in everybody's hands before I started talking about this guy. So Ring Around the Rosie is on Kickstarter right now with a little notify me thing. Now you might be like, Spedsy, so soon after Sluggish, what are you doing? Well, this ain't just me, my friend. So this is written by me and drawn by Lee Chalker, Ryan Vella, and Ben Sullivan. First Kickstarter with the bottom three guys. Huge, absolute pleasure this book was to put together. So you can have a look at some truly awesome art team ups where Lee pencils and Ryan Vella inks, and then we have Ben Sullivan pencils and Lee inks, and then Ryan pencils and Ben inks. So yeah, that's on at rosie.comx.studio. Yeah, I think that's pretty much me. Other than that, I have been busy working on Vamoose 4. I have some amazing pages from Dave, from Alex, from Peter Wilson, from Nick May, from so many people. I'm 5 pages into mine. I only got a few pages left, and then Vamoose 4 will be ready to go out into the world. Yeah, that's me. Otherwise, psychogenetic.com or at Spedsy on social media. Yeah, quick.
Sweet.
Quick question.
I've actually also got a photo of my booth for the weekend. I'll be at Oz
Oh,
Comic Con, so come on down and support local comics and buy my local comics. Here's a little picture of my booth that I set up a few hours ago. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So, which part of the Oz Comic Con can they find you? Is there like a special place?
I'll be in Artist Alley at Oz Comic Con.
Oh.
And if you want to go to the Mega Toy Fair, you can do that. That's at the same showgrounds. Come and say hello. Love to see ya. Come and see the booth in person.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Wow, I didn't know
yeah.
you set up today and then you got the show tomorrow. That's
Yep. Come and get all my books. They're good. They're great. Dave likes them.
I have
like
every
them.
one. I've read them all. love
They've
them
just polite.
Oh.
Ah, hang on.
Oh.
We're always with him.
all. Reach
You're
into the
talking
portal.
about
Dave.
these, I suppose. Propeller
There we
Ella,
go.
Yeah.
Fly Boys,
I can vouch for Propeller Ella being a beautiful book.
Robert
Oh,
Downey.
thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I've got those exact 3 books. Those are the ones I ordered from there. There you go. Wait a minute. Hey, Dave, what the? Were you in my house?
you had some books, mate.
All right, Jenny, you're up.
You and Dinky.
I
You're
am.
a team.
Hello. I'm Jenny McIntosh. If you don't know, I am a horror artist and graphic designer, and I will be at Oz Comic Con Melbourne. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Nice.
I can send through a photo of my booth so y'all can see what it looks like. So you can't miss me. So I'll be there. And then later this month, I have Supernova Perth, so I'm getting ready for that.
All right.
That's just how it is. That's just what's happening at the Jenny McIntosh brand. It's just-
Sweet.
That's awesome.
it's
Good
been
on
fun.
you, Jen.
It's fun.
Lovely.
But I just sent through a photo of my booth setup with me and my Bloodborne cosplay. I will be cosplaying as for Oz Comic Con. So
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
work at
putting
your
it in
booth
now.
in costume.
I can't see it.
It's not up yet, Dave.
Oh,
Because you're looking at your drawing
Yeah.
board, Gabe.
It looks great. Check that out.
I can't see it.
It's still uploading. It's still
Oh, my
uploading.
man.
it's a
Man,
big
it's great,
photo.
right? Everyone upload your pics.
Oh,
Nice.
oh.
There's me doing splits in front of my
You did 'em.
booth.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
thank
good.
you. So that's what my booth will look like. Most
You can
likely
do the
Oz
splits.
Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah,
clever.
yeah, I can do the splits, both sides. But that's my Bloodborne cosplay that I've been putting together this year. It's one of my favorite video games ever. So to
Very cool.
be able to cosplay from that game it was a dream come true. So I'll be
Wow.
cosplaying as that Hunter Oz Comic Con Melbourne.
Do they do the splits in Bloodborne, or is that just a flavor brought to it?
Sorry?
Do they do the splits in the video game, or is that just your own flavor?
No, that's a move that hasn't been unlocked yet. That's in the DLC that hasn't been announced. So
Well, speaking of, I think this man's DLC is still downloading. How you going, Alex?
I'm going. If I'm going to cosplay as my favorite video game character, it'll be the square block from Tetris.
easy.
Oh.
Can't wait
Hey,
for
Alex,
it.
let's see a photo of your booth.
Sorry. No. Just
We've seen your air conditioner. Show us your booth, mate.
Yeah. So, anyways, anybody wondering, it's not a Fujitsu. It's a Pioneer. So,
You're still on it, are you, mate?
no, it came with the apartment. I had no choice. But if anybody cares, my dishwasher's a Bosch. So
Oh,
that's cool.
all these
but-
potential sponsors.
So yeah, but I did work for a Bosch iPhone game. So if you played like a SimCity type game on your iPhone back in 2011, I was part of that game. So there you go.
Yeah.
But that's got nothing. But I don't think you can download it anymore. So I don't know why I'm promoting that.
No, neither do we. This is a comic show, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cold.
Oh, Dave,
Why does everyone do that when I'm drinking?
Oh, weird.
Dave just basically grabbed the whatever kills the vampire. What is a steak or whatever? Not a steak. Steak's a meat. Whatever it is. Just a knife is enough. It stabs me.
Drove it through your heart, mate.
Exactly. So, anyways, you can find some of my comics in Nick's Flyboy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and in Nick's Flyboys at Us Comic Con. So I don't know if that helps him or not, but there's that. And then Rob's Vermouth 4. And other than that, I've got nothing else to announce except Nick's going to he's going to talk about my little animation signings that are happening. So what to do with this channel. So I think there's going to be a little thing going. What is it?
Like and subscribe. And,
there you go. There you go. So Nick,
you got to like this video, and then because you like it, make sure that you also subscribe, and you don't want to miss anything. So ring that bloody bell and get notifications, and there'll be a toilet punching you with both fists.
Always with the toilet.
And now you can talk about your comics so people can buy it.
My favorite bit of the post show last week was Nick May complaining that why does he have to be after Alex all the time, because it's near impossible to tell when Alex has finished speaking.
You've done it
I
again.
believe I've made a nice clear spot for you now.
Thanks, Robert.
Alex, if you can, try and cough into the mic, just so that everyone.
I'm just trying to add sound effects. This is like my Foley.
Mission accomplished.
Oh,
Jack Foley is rolling in his grave. Just before Alex talks again, I am looking forward to Vermouth 4 coming out. Many people say that it is my most recent work. When you are backing Don and Sarab's Bazza the Barbarian, don't forget to also pledge for the zombie basketballer.
That's right.
Don't forget to get Nick Cleary's Flyboys. I've got a couple of pages in there. Sidrus Perceptions. I've got a panel in that. Sizzle and Doug. I've got a page in that. So there's a growing library of work happening there.
That's
right. Sarab, I don't know what you're showing, but that stuff looks top shelf.
Isn't that the bit that I did?
You wish, Ron.
That is Nick's. And basketball. That's Don's cover.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Don, that's your cover?
Yeah, that's
it's photoshopped. It's not actually drawn. Yeah.
Still look, man.
Okay. There you go.
Nice production.
And over to Lee.
Okay. Well, you can, Rob said it all with rosie.comx.studio. Head over there to that Kickstarter notify page, press the button. A lovely moment for the four of us, just heaps of fun to do that comic book, and one of those things that you can tick off your box, or I can anyway. You can if you want to. It'd be good. You can just tick that notify
I'm
button.
ticking boxes here.
That's the I nearly swore then too, trying to keep it PG, or you get a nasty letter from Mr. Della, wouldn't you, Gary? You can catch me on Tuesday Chinwags. This week is Mr. Gary Challoner and part 2. I'm very much looking forward to that. I haven't seen him for a while. I've had a good yarn. And everything that I am in is in the ComX shop. And there's not many issues of Battle for Bustle left. If you want them, go and get them, because that will be the last time that they are printed in that format. So once they run out, that's it, no more. You'll have to go to eBay, which apparently there has been one or two of them thrown up on there. Throw another box.
All right. Yeah, wow.
That was good. Yeah, really. So yeah, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. on the ComX network for next time. Thank you, and over to the lovely Mr. Di.
What's
Nice.
Right, there we go. I'm starting to get a bit of colour into it now.
Oh, looking good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's awesome, Dave.
That is brilliant, Dave.
Very nice.
All right. Well, my stuff's available in the comic shop at the comic shop down here. I'm also at ownerindie.com and Heroes headquarters in Ballarat stocking my comics.
Sweet.
So that's where you can buy us. Also, if you're up at in my neck of the woods, the Wentworth Military Collection Museum. Good on you, mate. Thank you. We'll be stocking the Anzac Legend soon.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be good. Can I show this, Lee and Spedgy?
Yeah.
If you wish.
This is a page I'm working on for the next
Nice, Dave. Nice.
next issue of Ring Around the Rosie, which
You're
I'm
a
really
wizard,
lucky
David.
enough to be invited to
Nice.
submit.
Dave. That
A
top
wizard,
panel.
mate.
I mean, it's
Looks
all
like
amazing.
Dave.
That top panel just setting the scene. That is magic. Absolute magic. Look at the axe in the tree stump. The chickens. That's beautiful, man. Thanks,
Man.
Dave. That's wicked.
Yeah, well, it's a good story. Spedsy wrote the story, and I'm really enjoying illustrating that. I also received this in the mail through the. I don't know if I had this last week. Did I?
No.
No.
I got this
That's
from a
awesome.
friend of mine, Ryan Vella. That's a bloody good read. If you ever get a chance to get a hold
Yeah,
of
that's a
Larry
classic.
Ender's Extra Testicle Exterminator. Is that right? Or? It's a hard word to say.
Please tell me you did that on
You
purpose.
just gave away the name of part 2, mate.
It's one of them tongue twisters. All right, that's all from me. Thanks very much. Over to Don.
I guess we'll just keep doing more Bazza stuff down the track. Actually, I will give a shout out, if you don't mind, to Dark Oth Darren from Retro Sci-Fi. I've actually I'm doing a 4-page story for that, written by Darren,
cool.
and I'm going to do the pencils, and he's given me an open deadline so that hopefully I won't let him down. But it's just been a long time in the making. I've had too many other issues, but he's been understanding. So check out Retro Sci-Fi. It's good stuff. But as far as Sarab and I, we'll just continue doing more stories. Sarab's got some other projects that he wants to do, so we'll see what comes out down the track. And it will be a supernova the middle of this month, so come on down if you're there. Say hi. I don't know if any of you will be there in the Sydney supernova.
Sydney.
I'll be
no,
there.
sorry, mate.
I'll show up.
Are you there, Alex?
Yeah. I said I'll be there last year, but then somebody told me it was sold out, and then now this person told me I'm an idiot. They don't sell out; just show up. And so I was like, okay. So I think somebody just didn't want me there. So this time, screw them. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna pay my ticket and show up and say hello, Don. Be like, I'm not Don. Don's there.
Yeah.
Brad,
Over to you, Sarab.
Brad Daniels might be there.
He is.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brad
Chris gonna be
Daniels,
there?
Brad was on last week.
He's there already.
Peter Wilson. There's
Brad Daniels
probably a
may
lot
be the
more.
only person who does more shows than Dana King.
Oh yeah, Daniel. Dave. I'll shut up now.
Brad.
No, go on. It was better than me
I
talking.
call him Daniel all the time. I don't know why.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Where
He
can we
won't
find you,
mind
Sarab?
that.
What was that? What do we? Well, we
Where can
got.
we find you? Where can
You
we,
can't find me anywhere. So but
Where can we find Don? Don's out in nature somewhere. You should see his backyard. It's like a giant endless forest. It's huge. His backyard. It really is. It's quite magical. His backyard. Yeah.
Yeah, photos.
I'll be off with the ferries.
Stretches all the way down to the river. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sarab, obviously the main link or place you want people to go is to the Bazza Kickstarter. Is there an easier link than what we've got here, or is it just Kickstarter / 45 different characters, slashes, and hashtag?
There's a direct link. Where do I? Hang on.
It's all right if it's too hard. I mean, this guy here lists everything that's
Yeah, you guys are on the top line of that link.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen that's the sunset cover. So we've got 2 weeks left in the Kickstarter campaign. There we go. And this is the variant cover. So there we go. Those are the two covers right there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. First time we've done a variant cover. Which one do you guys like?
Which one I got?
I think I like your left best. No, the other one.
The OG one. I like the OG. As long as you on it. Or are you on both covers, Sarab?
Left and my right. And then the zombie basketball.
You actually tended more the cover that you liked.
The cover that I like. That's
yeah.
Sorry. That's the one I like. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, you can hear the music building in the background. You know what that means. This isn't a drink and draw.
Drink and dance.
Brought to you by Alex Major.
Hey, I can't see.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, look at him go.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, wow.
That's so good, Alex.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, love
Look at the
that.
numbers flick around.
Love it.
Tip of me.
Oh, we're getting
Whoa.
There you go, the sizzle thing. I don't know why did we... Was there a context of why Frankenstein's wearing a skirt?
You drew it,
Did you
dude.
need one?
That's that Bazza again. I like the Bazza one too.
Rob's favourite.
He doesn't have a skirt.
Nice.
Oh, you've had it a lot more since last time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this bit's going to go for an hour soon.
There we go.
Yeah.
Back to Bazza.
Well done.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Nice,
Really?
man.
Good stuff,
There
Alex.
you go.
All right.
Well done, Alex.
Thanks, Owen.
Fun.
Next song.
Well, Sis, did we do it?
We did it.
We did it.
Awesome
Now,
show.
I think Lee was telling us to, what was it? Something with a box. We had to box
Tick.
the tick. He said something
Yeah.
that was weird. Anyway. That's my
Dismiss
joke.
Lee
That's
like that. He's a
and,
nice guy.
quality content. All right. Well, that's been our show. Next week we didn't decide. What are we doing? Do we know? Should we say
We don't
something
know.
now?
We don't know
is
at
it?
all. We haven't
Oh.
decided on anything yet.
Dave, what should we
Do it in
draw
the
next?
after party.
Dave, you
What's
got
that?
something we can draw next week?
Me? No, don't ask me. Ask someone who's got a good idea on pop culture.
Oh,
What about
Mr. Ed.
pirate? Should we draw pirates?
Hey, that's a good idea.
Werewolves.
Yeah, pirates. I like it.
Werewolves.
Strangers.
All right.
Goes right after vampires.
Bush Rangers.
Werewolves. No, werewolves.
Bush Rangers. I was in Bush Rangers.
Yeah, well, you've been outvoted, Don. There's only so many tin can heads we can draw.
Yeah, Rob's just an asshole to guests. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so next week we'll do pirates. We'll talk and draw pirates. Now, Jenny, there is a comment come through that you got talked over before when the Jared of it all. So we were naming that guy, and you got we missed your name. What did you call the potential Jared?
It was Blaze.
Blaze.
It was the first word that came to my head, and I just said it out loud. Blaze.
The competition
There you go, Marty
Jared.
Blaze.
So there you go, Marty.
There you go. It's better than Jared.
That was good, Dave.
Go, Jared.
Awesome
There
work,
we go.
Dave.
Finally finished it, pretty much.
Poor Jared.
Yeah, so I got an email just today, actually, someone asking to be on the show. They said they heard the shout out on the end of the show last week. So I will repeat said shout out just in case someone new is listening. If you want to be on the show, all comic creators, illustrators, and whatnot are welcome to join us on a Friday night. So just contact either Sizzle or myself. You can find me at Spedsy on most social media or spedsy@yahoo.com, or reach out to Sizzle, comx.net.au, and all manner of, I think he has 45 different emails, so he's easy to get hold of. Don't be shy. You know, come on, have some fun. It's all positive, good times. And then once the show goes off the air, we chat and share tips and what we're working on. And Alex talks, you know, a fair percentage of the time, but it's good fun.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, that's been our show. So thank you so much. Tuesday Chinwag, and then back here with us for Pirates next week. Until then, say your vitamins and eat your prayers.
I'll bring my best R.
Yeah. Home Sizzle. Thank you
We've
very
all
much.
got beads. We're all pirates.
Not all.
Not all.
Good night.
Someone should call the police. The show has been murdered. But in 1 week we will rebuild it. Better, stronger, faster. In the meantime, head to comx.shop and powder your chestnuts on a copy of Detective Budgie by Nick Cleary, Amazing Tales by Dave Dye, Vamoose by Nick May, Battle for Bustle by Lee Chalker, Radical by Ed Kearsley, Sluggish by Spedsy, Crimson and Rascal by Peter Wilson, ComX Presents featuring so many of the creators that have appeared on this show. And so much more. Alright Sizz, press the button. End the show. Don't make me butter your biscuit. Sizzle, press the button. Sizzle? Sausage sizzle.